Hello everybody, welcome back to an episode of Minecraft here on the channel. Today we are back in the gamer world realm, or rather, world that's technically or temporarily a realm that is still here. And even though it's been a while and I'm kind of getting up and down when it comes to gaming, we're here. And we're going to be continuing some projects, figuring out some good layouts for buildings and all that stuff. And just working on some stuff. And as always, I hope everybody is doing nice at this day or night, whenever you guys are watching this. Right now it is nighttime, and it is precisely 6 a.m. Eastern, which means it's 5 o'clock Central in the morning. But anyways, to start us off, I changed the billboard, and as you can see, I gave, it's still a Cubs billboard, but I gave it the MLB logo right there, and it might look a little rough. And as you can see, my letter C is kind of making it a little rough with the Cubs logo. But otherwise, I hope it looks pretty fine to me, I guess. So I hope people will like it. But otherwise, the billboard got a small upgrade. I'm not sure if I'll make it one more block taller, but otherwise, it kind of looks like it's the actual size or layout almost of the real life version. I really don't see that much of a difference, honestly. And I've seen this area, this part of the neighborhood in Chicago like many times, almost every day at one point. So it looks pretty decent. Unfortunately, I haven't done anything to the hollow buildings yet. I did add some roofs to some areas, and we got some buildings that I think I showed off, but it's been a while, so I haven't shown off that much. And and yes, I'm a little tired and trying not to be lazy, but as you can see, we are live streaming only on YouTube right now. Technically, I try to make live streams on all platforms, but yeah, I'm still a little bit lazy on the downside. Otherwise, I hope everybody's doing well. As you can see, we also got a nice bike lane right here and a few other stuff here on the other side. First, let's start from over here at the end. So, I pretty much got more buildings from Jersey City, New Jersey, and these are one of the buildings right here. Most of these buildings on this side is Jersey City, and it's not too far from the tiny McDonald's over there. So you guys got an idea of what these buildings are. These two are actually in reverse in real life, but I reversed them, and still gotta add some stuff. I'm still gonna try to add some more stuff inside of these hollow buildings to give it more character. And some buildings might be different, but also have some secrets, which is gonna be fun. Some of these buildings, I don't really know what they are. There might be medical buildings. These are business buildings and regular apartment over there. This one actually is, I believe, in. So I think it's either New Jersey or New York over here. This is a weird apartment though, because this is not a store, but yet it has like a store arch and a ground area, basement-like stuff over here. And I still have to do some stuff in the back of it, especially with the alleyway. But otherwise, it's pretty much regular building over here. This one actually, I believe, is Philadelphia right here. This bottom here is supposed to be a subway. Up here is supposed to be regular apartment. Over here is and all that part. This building is actually a mashup of the weird burrito sub restaurant that actually is down the street from this McDonald's in Jersey City. And I kind of converted it, did a mashup and turned it into a barber shop. This is actually mostly finished on the inside. As you can see, we got the layout is actually based on a real life barbershop in Lake Wales and all that part. And this is not an actual real life location, but the layout in here is similar to one of a real life barber place. Barbers these days have an interesting layout with cool stuff and makes the place more nice. If you have any recommendations on how to make this place even look more cooler, please let them know in the comment section or in the live chat. And as you can see, we got these cool TVs and a few other stuff. Down here, forgot to put a door over here, but this is the back area. Technically, this is the restroom. It's a simple restroom. That part, I even did a little vent style up there. All that. Back here, there is no emergency exit. That part. This is basically the makeshift exit. Over here is basically just a break room for the barbers, know what they want. I don't really go back here, obviously, because well, I'm usually just get my haircut, that's about it. But basically, it's like an idea of what they have back here, I guess, in some cases. Maybe some other stuff, who knows. And this is a pretty cool barber. I'm pretty sure this is the first barber shop, barber cut place in my world. And it looks pretty cool. Very barber-like. Added some cool end rods. I love the end rod designs. And of course, right now I don't think we have any more items right now. Minecon Minecraft Live was not that long ago. I kind of didn't watch all of it. I watched a little bit of it, but I don't think we have the new items yet as of right now. I did try to get to the early access stuff, but unfortunately, I would have to pay more money to make this realm a preview realm, which is something I don't want to do because obviously I don't get more money, even though I'm using the cheapest tier ever in this world. But as you can see, we don't have the new update yet, so eventually we'll get more items. We'll get some cool stuff to add on as time goes by. This is Jersey City building right here, this section right here. Um, of course, in real life, this art piece is completely different, but what I did in Gamer World, because this is supposed to be like a half gaming type place, I put the Xbox, not the Xbox, the PlayStation wallpaper right here. This is based on a real wallpaper that you might search up easily and find on the internet. It looks pretty cool, and it's somewhat easier to look at depending on what area you look at. If you're from this apartment, you might be able to see it easily, but of course on the ground, it's somewhat easier. I try to keep when art pieces like this, I try to keep in mind the layout of every building and make sure it's somewhat easier to look at. Because in Jersey City, these apartments, well, these not the apartments, the roads are very different in Jersey City and all that part. They even have some ones in the angles to the point where it's like this is a 4, this will be like a 6, so it'll be like a sixth road, a sixth corner, if you will. Not related to six corners in Chicago, but um, yeah. But anyways, we got this nice McDonald's. I've never seen a small McDonald's like this in my life until recently when I looked around into Google Maps for Jersey City. If I ever go to Jersey City, I'd like to at least visit this McDonald's. But anyways, I got a bit of what's inside of here based on a few layouts and designs based on other McDonald's and all that part, based on the modernization program that they did not too long ago, even though it was very long ago. Still keeping some of the old stuff but making it look more nicer and newer. The TV that display the menu and a few other stuff. This one just displays the number of the order you have. Um, Still keeping the red flooring for McDonald's. I haven't added the wall yet to separate the machines. So got this cool window because there's no drive-through. They just made this a drive-through window, but for walking outside should the event they have a dine-in close, which is smart. Of course, they have to be careful because technically it makes them more dangerous to robber, I guess, in my opinion. So keep that in mind, I guess. Back here, I still have to add some chairs and stuff, but back here I haven't done much to the restrooms yet. Right now it's just empty rooms, as you can see, for both men and women's bathroom, and still small. This closet really isn't going to serve much of a purpose realistically, so don't be too mad on that. Might just put a small sink, maybe some stuff up here, and that's about it. Back here really just gonna be for like the other stuff, really. I mean, I don't really know. So I've seen this design looks pretty cool, so just maybe I'll just come there eventually. Otherwise, that's what I have for McDonald's, and of course the lights and a few other stuff. It looks decent. And of course, if you time travel with Google Maps, you might see the original variant of the McDonald's for this, which looks pretty decent. Over here is this weird half apartment, half store building. This is a Dunkin' Donuts, believe it or not, which means we're gonna have to make another or not McDonald's. We're gonna have our very first, or secondary McDonald's in this world. Funny enough, even though we have McDonald's in this world, this is gonna be the first McDonald's that is not inside the castle. But anyways, we got this Dunkin' Donuts right here. We have this Christmas store, and then we have some kind of massage place, which is located somewhere on the top part of the building. And that's basically it for most of this. I got an idea how to do the Dunkin' Donuts. So I got some ideas. Over here are some other areas. Not really sure what to say over here, but I'm pretty sure I think I talked about this place earlier. It's been a while. Um, I'm working on a 3-floor parking garage, and the first floor is mostly done. As you can see, I guess gotta do some work on the ceiling a little bit. Otherwise, I'd say it looks pretty decent. You see, I already put one car in here, which is one of the slower vehicles in this game with the mod pack. But as you can see, it kind of looks pretty decent. I try to give it like a mixture of a few parking garages that I kind of been to before. This is kind of like the lobby. There'll be this, and there'll be another one in the back. It's going to use a structure block to copy and paste, but right now I just want to do some adjustments. I'm going to try to finish this as soon as possible. Second floor is not done yet, but you can see it's got an idea. Third floor is going to be a little different with the lighting and all that part, so it's going to be like actual outside lights on top. Excuse me. And as you can see, it's going to have some interesting layout right here. And see how it goes. It's not a good layout, but it's something at least. So I'm not really complaining on that too much. It'll look better once it's finished. And I'll obviously show it off when it's done. Over here is another building from Jersey City. This is the PNC Bank. Now the layout is basically the same, with a few differences a little bit on a bit of some detail. The second floor used to be laser tag. Now it's not. That part. This will be the entrance to laser tag. It's one of those buildings that is very hidden when it comes to secondary floor entrances, which sucks because it's also bad for businesses and all that part. But otherwise, it's basically just a regular bank and all that part. It looks pretty decent. Of course, it's not done, obviously, but detail looks nice. The inside's gonna be a different story, but I got some ideas on how to fix the inside, especially with maybe some differences. It won't be the same as the real life Indire version, but I'll do my best to make it look nice and detailed as possible on the inside when I get to it. You guys already know about this. This is located in Belmont and Cicero. This area right here, all this building right here. Slightly modified it to the back a little bit, but otherwise looks the same. At some point I'll work on the interiors of some of these buildings again. I added a roof this time to this part of this building right here, and it looks pretty decent. Still gotta do some stuff on the back of these houses as well, which I haven't touched in a while. But it's getting there, I would say. It looks pretty decent. All these buildings, as you can see, it's getting a bit of an upgrade here and there. And all that. Now, I don't remember if I shown this off or not, so I'm going to show it off anyway, aside from me doing these sidewalks, or walkways. So this building was added a long time ago, but I haven't got a chance to do more of it, because apparently some of the structure block is kind of misplacing some of the floors. As you can see, it's kind of incorrect. So that's going to have to get fixed at some point. Doing work on some of the highway-like roads, so this might be a little bigger at some point. Yeah, this definitely will be bigger. These two roads are going to be bigger. I'm gonna try to duplicate it with like this road right here. I forgot the name of this road, and I don't think it's Michigan Avenue, but essentially, this road that is near Millennium Park, it'll be a similar size to that. The only difference at this section will be where it kind of shrinks, so that's gonna be the only downside. I'll have to see on how to essentially fix that, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take merge some of this into that, like do some kind of merge lane like thing, because I don't want to mess with this. I did not want to mess with this at all. Ken has not come back here to do this, so we'll have to see on that. Not really sure why, but what else? Oh yeah, did some layouts, added these roads. Still gotta clear up some of this. I am thinking of making a football field, but I want to make it in a place that'll be make sense, but also give me enough space to do stuff. Because right now I'm kind of still small. Like this is still a small area, and putting too much in one area isn't always a good thing. So I want to make sure it's not. I want to make sure there's a balance if I can as possible. So still gonna add some skyscrapers here and there, but we're gonna have to see what else to do from there. Too much talking sometimes for me. Let's see here. This is gonna be like a secret surprise, but it'll be shown off at a somewhat later date. It's basically gonna be one of those secret event areas in worlds, so it'll look better once it's finished, and I'll do some detail on it. These are the alleyways. These are extended alleyways, but this time they fit properly with both two-way traffic. So it fits for both traffics and all that part. Extending this road. This is going to be two-way traffic road right here. This one might be a one-way road traffic that goes that way. But as you can see, that's kind of also a neighborhood-like area too. But I'm also gonna try not to add too many one-way roads because I don't want it to be bad. And this road's gonna exist to be two-way anyway, so it won't be too much one ways, but it'll be a balance. Um, Still debating if I'm gonna keep this part of the road or not, because realistically, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's still gonna be a two-way road. Actually, this is gonna be one that way. Well, it won't be too bad, I think. And then at some point I'll mix it up, as you can see. I still haven't done much in terms of crooked, curved roads that much. Half of it's because I kind of suck at it still. Other half is that I really don't like them, and I want to do it in a way that makes sense. As you can see, I kind of changed that premises because I want to still keep some parts of this lake right here to make it look nice. And I did a bit of road work, as you can see. It did some bit of work on here a little bit, here and there. Kept this mobile home over here because I feel like it just kind of matches here. Like this is the house in misplaced and all that shit. So, and you can actually go inside of it. It's just I don't know why it's missing a door, but you can go in here, and it'll look pretty decent. In fact, I think I'll just put a regular door here. I'll just put a weird looking door like this, and then we'll just there we go. Sketchy mobile home trailer like stuff here, and decent job on the tires a little bit. It's a little bit less detailed, but it kind of counts a little bit to an extent. Still gonna work on this. I haven't really touched it, so sometimes it's the burnout for me a little bit. Try not to burn out too much, but as you can see, progress is slowly being made. Um, hmm. Kind of as you can see, I kind of forgot a bit of some stuff here. Gonna have to fix that. This is going to be a walkway at some point. Well, actually, I wonder. Yeah, because it's gonna be. Well, I'll still make this a different traffic. There we go. Now that'll just be like different one-way traffic. I still gotta do the one-way traffic signs at some point when I have a chance. Like at some point I will have to do that. My plan is to make it into a map. put it on a map and all that. So that's kind of the plan. Work on this fence. I kind of have an idea of what to put here, but basically, for those who haven't missed it, these are some of the weird concept renders for rich people houses. So I found this on Twitter. Another part, and I decided to make them in real life. There's gonna be more to put around here, and it'll look somewhat decent. And I got an idea of how to do the back a little bit. Still, this one's gonna be smaller though, and I don't think I'll have it drive through, but we'll have to see. Might have to do it from the side at some, and if that's gonna be the case, but it's coming up pretty nice. Might put one over here actually too, to make it more sense. Like, I guess it's gonna be funny walking in from neighbors and just seeing this, and you see a pool party here. That'll be funny. I'm sure someone's neighbor has done that, but anyways, back here's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a cut in the middle. Not sure how it's gonna be laid out here though. Like, back here's gonna be regular businesses, and then it's gonna be something else entirely like that. This one's gonna be weird. Might just be this, and then it cuts off differently. A little too small, actually. Maybe I'll turn this into a real house, normal house, I don't know. As you can see, the view's not that bad, though. Still gotta do some modifications here and there. Did a little bit of work of this. I added a nice little bridge to get to the micro islands. And it looks decent. At some point, I will put lighting to make it look nicer. I put another one here, and much more small. Did some work around here, terraformation, clear up some of those trees at some point, and it's gonna come up pretty nice. I am one person for now. Unfortunately, I thought there was gonna be more people coming back here, but it'll have to be later on. I'm trying to remember what other projects I did. Still haven't touched this in a while, but I'm gonna do some modifications to everything else in the layout. I think I already showed that off. Oh yeah, GameStop. Well, actually, the parts of the castle might get a makeover. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't remember if I finished or not. I think I did. Parts of the castle did get a bit of a makeover. As you can see, a little bit of lighting, visual glitch. I really don't like. So you can see, it's kind of messing with my eyes too a little bit, but I'm sure it's messing with yours. But essentially, some parts of it's just too damn bright. I wonder if I just put this on here. Ooh, I hate that visual glitch. Basically, that's one of the GameStops. Over here, we'll be storing the art pieces. At some point, I gotta get these proper names. I'm working on traffic lights. These might not be final in terms of traffic lights. These are gonna be on walls with the frames, so I've got the mirrors. Gonna try to put some of this on one place, so hopefully it'll be better. Trying to remember what other stuff I'm doing. Well, actually, I did do some work on the terraformation over here. So like, a lot of stuff is kind of flat now over here. The weather cycle was on earlier, so there's still snow here. Not sure why it's not melting, but there's nothing in the garage right now that much, but I am working on the sewer system a little bit. They'll eventually have like like some secrets underground. Still working on it, but otherwise it's coming up pretty nicely. Um, Redid some of my hidden stuff here. Cleared this hidden wall. Isn't perfect, but it does work. At some point, I'm gonna have to work on my office because you can see it looks like shit, as always. Uh, I don't know why I didn't put a front. Oh, okay. Where's my doors? Did I not put doors? Did I not? Okay, I guess I did. I forgot to do a lot of things. Jeez. I still need to work on my stuff here. Hmm. Give me 1 second, everyone. Basically, for those who are joining us, we are basically right now. I'm just showing off what I've completed, what projects I've completed in my world so far, and we're still trying to figure out what else we're gonna do on here. Cause basically, we still gotta fix this. This is gonna be a major highway over here. That's gonna lead to another bridge, and I'll show you guys in a minute right here. But also, if those don't know, this is my warehouse right here. It looks pretty decent. Front lobby. Still gonna probably change the furniture. Um, yeah, the office definitely gonna need add some stuff here. I did put some of these here just in case if I need them, especially the gas and the Tesla charger. Even though I don't really drive the Tesla that much in this world, because well, why would I? Yeah, it's just this. Eventually this will serve a bigger purpose. Like maybe it'll be like maybe an underground fighting arena or something. Which honestly isn't that bad of an idea, that I think about it. But of course, let me not forget Alicia Laric. Welcome to the chat. I should forgot to say that earlier. My apologies. But welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, I gotta show off this. You know, I need to put fireworks. I'm gonna write very slowly if I don't. There you go. So again, this is gonna be like a major highway. That's gonna reach north over there, and it's gonna reach south. Now, I already did some work on the south a little bit, and I'll show off in a minute. So for the water is coming up pretty nicely over here. This nice lake, as you can see. It's gonna be a bigger bridge than the other one over there, and it's gonna reach over here, and the bridge's gonna end somewhere around here. Still debating if I'm gonna cut this part out or not for what's behind over here, but that's pretty much what I have so far. And I'll go over here to show you the finished bridge as a concept for what I'm doing. Yeah, this is a realm. It's gonna like take a long time to slow some of the chunks. So we got one of the roads right here, and this is the side of the bridge over here. That's basically over here and all that part, and it's looks pretty decent. I recently gave it a tiny makeover, so it looks more circular than the other stuff, and it has lights. And I'll turn off the daylight here. This is what it looks like when the sun's falling down a little bit. Sunset. Or it looks better with the lights. And this is what it looks like. All that part. It looks pretty decent. Of course, the bottom lights you don't really see in that much, but otherwise it looks pretty decent. And I like how it came out a little bit. I gave some more circular motion with these stairs. Of course, Tool Truck Bills was the original person who made the bridge. I just made it look a little nicer and some stuff, so it looks pretty good. I added this cool area to my house over here. This little runway for the planes. I like it. I did this, I think, I did this with this month, like everything this month with this, so it looks pretty cool. And then the lights, I basically followed a bit of some airports, make it look to figure out how to make it look nice and all that. And I think it looks pretty good. It might miss a few stuff here and there a little bit, but it looks pretty good. And to show it off how nice it looks, I'm going to go to my bunker over here that I made. This is my bunker that I recently made. Still gonna add some flags. Gonna figure out how to do that without making it too much lag. And yeah, give it a nice little backlight to give it some more light in here. And let's fly the jet. There we go. Alright, let's go up here. I don't like how you'd fly in this game though, like with these mod packs. So I'm hoping it changes. But essentially, it pretty much changes over. Oh, trying to make it straight. There we go. Some mod packs will react differently than others. That's the only downside. I have to push it up to kind of fix the preview a little bit. And as you can see, some mod packs have better cameras than others. This one, I'm trying not to do it with. Okay, well, let me change that one. I'm trying not to change it too much, because even when you get out of the vehicle, it does not like how you change it. Like, even if you get out of the vehicle, your camera might change as well with it. It'll mess you up, so I try not to do that. At least I can go up the clouds. I have to point this up in order to accelerate up. As you can see, it does not do it that fast, so. But I do like it though. These add-ons, they're not too bad. As for this plane, I mean, the plane's okay, but I don't know. I'm gonna turn around, and then we'll land this. Of course, at some point we will have to do an actual public airport. But for now, we're gonna start small. There we go. Go a little down. A little down. A little down. A little down. We're gonna land this bird. Down more, down more, down more. A little slow down. Perfect. And as you can see, we landed the plane. Looks amazing. Yeah, it takes a while to back out, to back up. Come on, buddy, you can do it. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Alright, and that's fine. As you see, it kind of also does mess with a little bit with the camera a little bit. Thankfully, it didn't this time. But I do like the plane. This one's too small, but it's a private jet, so kind of to be expected. Um, Looks decent. Let's see here. Hmm. Hmm. You know what, screw, we're gonna build either a big building or a small building in this world. I still haven't worked on this yet, but essentially this is like 88% done. So, at this wall to make the place a little bigger. Who knows if we do the tour before or after the actually no, if we do the tour before, not do a tour, if the update releases before we end up doing a tour, we definitely gotta do more attachments and stuff to this post office. This is only just one post office here so far. I think I showed off upstairs, but just in case I'm gonna show it again. Got a nice little break room and some stuff, a little bit in the skylight. Stuff here, bathrooms. Boss office. Locker room. Units. Well, utility room basically over here. Of course, some of you might be asking, well, why aren't you, what's the area that you haven't finished yet? I'm trying to figure out if I did it or not. Okay, this is good. I'm probably gonna bring some windows, or not windows, mirrors. Mirrors. What am I missing? I know I'm missing something. Like, I do have to work on the outside a little bit because I have to replace. I have to put some of the older UPS store, or not UPS. I have to put some of the older USPS cars and the old ones and new ones together a little bit. The break room's done. I don't really see anything missing. Um. Oh, I forgot you could do double sign messages on the signs. I kind of forgot about that, not gonna lie. Yeah, basically I do a lot of stuff in this world. Kinda sucks. Okay, we got that exit sign right there. I might replace these cards, because realistically they look pretty shitty in concept. I mean, the heads, I mean, they will not attach to it unless I do some kind of armor stand thing with it, in which case maybe, but... Actually, I probably could do armor stand. I'll have to see. In here, there really isn't much to say on this. I mean, I don't work at the post office. But in terms of this layout, well, actually no, it actually looks mostly finished. Huh. Probably gonna have to move this though a little bit. Otherwise, I'd say this looks pretty good. Hmm. Maybe I'm hallucinating, chat. I think this actually looks pretty done, honestly. I'm gonna have to redo a video for this. It's gonna be funny though. It's like, hey guys, a couple years later, we gave this post office an upgrade. Yay! Let's see here. I don't know if I showed this off again, but I'll show it off again just in case here. So there's an underground areas over here underneath the GameCube that me and a friend of mine made not too long ago. And I haven't done a video on it, so under here we have a little area. As you can see, you got the guard right here. And you got two places. You got the blue lantern and the purple stick. First, we're gonna go to the blue lantern. And although all the lights are off right now, it's basically just a DJ room. I'm still trying to work on the lights. As you can see, they're not perfect. And if we go up here, yeah, too much fixing back here to do. But essentially, it's not too bad, honestly, when I look around this. It doesn't look too bad entirely. The floor is going to be the hardest part, but I think I got some ideas on how to fix that, thankfully. Bathrooms are already fine. They look kind of cringe, honestly. I think it looks like a casino, honestly, bathroom. Still got the nice mirrors at least. The room looks pretty decent, I will say. Once we get the lights up, it'll look better. Then we got the purple stick. This is already done. I don't like how the lighting in this mod is fucking up everything though. They made it everything very bright. Like, why the hell is this section bright? It looks like snow or something. Huh. Basically just like a strip club, basically. And it's kind of like a lap dance room. So, me and an old friend that I used to talk to. Of course, we got the poles and all that part. It looks pretty decent. Obviously no regrets making this. I think it looks pretty nice and well detailed. Fun. It's fun how what a few friends and me could make in Minecraft. And this was made a couple years ago. And I still kept it. Still gonna keep it. And this is also a good Easter egg and secret, because obviously this is in a hidden area, and only a few people who have visited the world actually found this place, and never shown it off. So, of course, there's only 2 people watching this, so they know how to do it. But right now, it's still a secret technically, and looks pretty nice. Got the nice GameCube and GBA over here. Basketball court, tennis, invite logo to people who come in here who are new. As always, I forget to put the Waffle House logos over there. My bad. I did move a few of these houses over here. Not gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure out how to do the layouts in here and stuff here on this world. And I don't want to destroy this entirely just yet unless I know what I'm gonna do with it. I moved Fry's and Fluffy's house over here. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to move it. And as you can see, the mod messes up camera view. That's why I have to be careful with these mods. It messes up the camera view and all that part, and the camera will look very different. So these are custom cameras, and it'll react differently depending on what you're writing or what you're on, or even if you're off even. The alleyways look pretty decent, but as you can see, the back of the buildings are still, some of them are still not covered yet. And I still have to go back to the original Google Maps images to figure out what I'm gonna put some of these, because for example, I got a bit of these buildings, a little bit, and these are and again, these buildings are Bowery, New York, basically Lower Manhattan, Chinatown. This is a Chinese restaurant. There's a few other ones here. Some of these are this row basically is Chinatown and Lower Manhattan. It's still got some work to do, but at least I got the Chinese restaurant at least mostly done. Just gotta add some more stuff into it. This is gonna be just a little currency exchange or an Amscot. They're both the same technically, but one's better than the other. I still haven't done work on the final portion of this apartment complex, but I'll hopefully this week or this month I'll get some ideas on how to make the final area, and we'll get to work finishing that project, and then we can finally work on the lower stores. Let's see, we got tool store that has tools and everything else here. I think I put the construction blocks here. I think I did. Yes, I did. A few other stuff, and yeah, you just pick them and all that part. The back kind of looks more or less like this, so The layout of the room looks pretty decent despite it being a little rough. The lighting, got the nice US flag and all that part. Of course, this flag doesn't cause lag. Thankfully, the banners right here don't cause lag, as far as I can tell. This one, however, does cause more lag. As you can see, when I look over here, it kind of does cause some lag. Otherwise, I'd say it looks pretty decent. Maybe bring the blue more down a little bit more. The park hasn't got anything different yet, or upgrades yet, so I'm still working on that. I did touch a bit of my project with Harris Theater, making the layout a bit more different, or not different, better. So I'll show that off real quick. I forgot to do a little 9/11 video, so I'll have to do that. I'll do that as much as I can, as soon as I can for next year, because I missed this year, unfortunately, which is something I did not want to do, but or that I did not want, I wasn't trying to do, obviously, but I'll do some work on it. So over here, we're still doing work on Harris Theater, and as you can see, you got a bit of more detail on some of the stuff. So the upstairs, I still haven't done much to the back of this yet, but everything else looks pretty almost the same. I think these are elevators, because apparently Harris Theater does have elevators, so if it does, I'll have to do some, I might consider doing command block stuff in this. We got the first bottom floor out of the way, so apparently this connects to the underground garage, not garage, the underground road area, as emergency exits down here. And although there isn't in this version of the road, it is very nice to at least have them here on this section right over here, so I might consider at some point later on do some kind of layout for this. For now, I'm gonna keep it as a sort of off-limits door, and it looks pretty decent at least. They look like actual doors. The lighting here is still gonna have to get fixed, but otherwise this looks pretty decent. I still have to do the layout for all this, unfortunately, again, from upstairs to downstairs. And it's harder to do it with a realm. This is kind of just a room over here. I found the room, I got the speak slower, jeez. Essentially, I got the road layout, room layout over here, based on a YouTube short with some performers. So it's, I got the layout pretty much. Still not gonna touch some of this yet, but I think I might consider touching it later on, because apparently there are some doors that leads to the garage. So at some point I might consider doing some layouts that goes there. Even because it's funny enough, this building right here to the back does connect to this somehow. So I will have to do some research to figure out how to do that. And there are underground garages in Millennium Park, so I'll have to do some research, figure out what to do from there, and hopefully it'll look nice and it comes out well. This has been a slower project for here because primarily there isn't other outside sources that much I can use for reference. So it's kind of like a game of cat and mouse and hide and seek at the same time. Otherwise, the layout is coming pretty nicely. There is an AC unit right there, but I'm not going to add that detail because if I do, it kind of looks a little stupid. And if I change my mind, I'll probably add it, but otherwise, everything else looks pretty mostly detailed. Still gotta figure out what to put over here, honestly. Like, that's... never been to this building, so it's gonna be funny seeing how I'm gonna do this. Hello, Unique Speed Unfiltered. Welcome to the stream. Right now, I'm just showing off some stuff that I finished so far in this, world. Still gotta add a lot of stuff on here. There was one person here, but, yeah, otherwise you pretty much are on this chat alone. for some reason, some reason over the years, I kind of lost an audience a little bit on live stream. So you're kind of like you and the other person are pretty much the surprise over here. But otherwise, welcome. I hope you enjoy the stream at least. Um, oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys this. So I got some of the map detail on this. So this would be in real life. This would be a map over here. So I decided to put a piece of the map that is also in my house and a few other stuff and the places. They're basically the same map. So if I ever had to update any parts of this area, it would update entirely, which is good. Of course, I still have to do work on the bean, as you can see. And although people think this is a bigger map, I do have a bigger map in my house that I'll probably show off later in the stream. But as you can see, this is most of what we got from Millennium Park in Minecraft right now. And of course, again, this area here is still this does not exist in real life, but this is an add-on. But otherwise, we got most of this in Minecraft. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is most of the area right here, and again, I still am going to try to get people to come on here to help out with some parts of the world, because again, this is a realm and all that part, but this is, for those who don't know, this is Millennium Park, located in downtown Chicago, Illinois. That is my home, and I am essentially making some stuff. Of course, you can see it's the same, but it's also modified. So these wires look different. This half does not exist, um, because again that bowling alley right there is in the way. Um, but otherwise everything almost is pretty much almost like this, and not everything is different. So, and of course I still have to work on the backstage, as you can see. You don't need permission, dude. I mean, go for it. I hope you enjoy this. Go ahead. But anyways, we still gotta do some work on backstage. I have no idea what the backstage looks like, and it's hard to touch the backstage, especially since I had to keep some space for Harris Theater, because Harris Theater is an underground auditorium, and I have to figure out how the layout is over there. So who knows if because I will be visiting in October. I will be visiting my home again. I will be in Chicago, so I might, if I ever end up going to Harris Theater somehow, I'll definitely do some video of the layout of the area and see if I can use that as reference to maybe make the place more accurate. Um, I guess since you're here, I'll show you real quick my huge map that I'm working on, as well as the audience, because this will be a new area that I'll be showing off. We'll have to go back to my house, so let me put some fireworks real quick. Oh yeah, and even though I made this in 4th of July, this is also the F-22 and B-2 bomber, my favorite. And of course, this is new. We got the U.S. flag, we got the Chicago 4-star flag, and a random Minecraft flag, because why not? Fortunately, the game hates me because I can't get this correct with the fireworks. So gonna have to do some research on fireworks, just because I think I'm doing it wrong somehow, but I feel like I'm doing it right. These are dispensers, but I don't think I have to use the observers, right? Because the observers don't fire anything, I don't think. But I'll come back to that in a minute. I'll show you my huge map that I am working on. That will have almost everything, at least this section of the world. And then later on, as the world get bigger, the map will evolve. But if everybody is enjoying the stream or in the video, be sure to like and subscribe. We recently reached 500 subscribers in this channel, and although it may not look much to people, it actually is pretty helpful, and it's very much came out pretty faster. I think it took 2 hours or 2 years to get 500, whereas 200 it came out to like 3 or 4 years. But thank you so much for 500 subscribers. Technically we're at 504, but otherwise it's pretty much amazing, and I appreciate the support. Anyways, back to what we saying. So this is the map room that's located under my house, a little differently. And as you can see, we have a bit of some work ahead of us. I cleared out some of this area, so I have to go back to clear out some of this. This is the police station. The road is partially covered. This is the warehouse, my warehouse. This is Holiday Inn. This is the golf course. This is the cathedral. Not the cathedral, but it's like the meeting room that will eventually have people be in. I'll show that off if people want to see it, but this is the new runway for the that I put up near my house that we're actually not too far from. We're technically near it. Well, technically we're right here, but technically the runway is over there. I was able to get a look at the upper part of the map, and it will take a very long while to cover this map. I will say this, but I feel like it's gonna be a nice project. I'm gonna I'm gonna ask some people to maybe come on the world to take a look around and see what stuff I should remain flat on, because I don't want. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I actually might let me subscribe to you. Actually, go to channel. Uh, Shout out to Unique Speed Unfiltered on YouTube. Appreciate the chat. But back to this. So there's like a lot of ice sections and a big hill up here. I'm going to probably make that like a little extension of a village, perhaps. And over here in this section is just a lot of green. But the funny part is that over here in this section of the world is a partial ice section as well. It's an ice biome. Down here is kind of more mountains and all that part, so at some point I'll have to figure out what stuff we're gonna have to make and what stuff we're gonna have to let it stay. Especially this area right here. I want to keep at least this section of the lake here, but I also want to kind of make it not too bad looking. Like I want to make it make sense. So it's gonna be a very weird roller coaster of how we're gonna make the layout of the river, making it from over here and kind of curve it a little bit. Maybe give it like a Lakeshore Drive feel without making it too much like Lakeshore Drive. Make it its own identity in terms of the river's layout. Other than that, I would say this is what we have so far. Um, got Wendy's. We got. I keep getting this wrong, so if I get it wrong again, I do apologize. We have Block Fort from Mario Kart 64. We have that here. Waffle House. Taco Bell. These are just basketball courts and all that part. The GameCube right there. This is Wawa. Those don't know what Wawa is. Basically, just a gas station that also makes subs. This is a police station. Actually, no, that's the fire department, fire station. This right here, this chunk right here, is this is the fire station. It's almost done. I have to do the second floor and a few other stuff. And again, this is based on a New York Bronx location police station, precinct 44, and all that part. And warehouse. I was originally gonna make the warehouse bigger, but I figured no, I need something that's decent sized and not too crazy of a size. But worst case scenario, I'll put another one on the back of it. Otherwise, it's basically it. We're going to extend the road a little bigger to make it more space. And it's coming up pretty well. And we'll see from there. Let's see here. Do I have some more juice? Yes, I do. still gonna trying to figure out what we should do in this episode. Because I was originally gonna make this random building, but I feel like we kind of made random. Like we need to do something bigger. I'm debating on either a NFL custom-made football stadium as a mixture of three famous stadiums, one of them being Soldier Field. The other one makes it up a little bit with two other places. But I'm also thinking we need to do something else bigger for this video to make it look more stream, I should say, to make it look more nicer. Either that or we work on the road. Because again, I don't think we should work on the road too much because we still have to figure out how we're gonna do the layout and everything else. But I'm still debating. This is gonna be a very big. I'm gonna make this very nice bridge. It needs to look nice. Maybe a Brooklyn bridge? I don't know. Because that's gonna be a lot of detail at the end of the day, and it's gonna have to be bigger in terms of its layout and variation. We're gonna have to figure that part out. Then again, what I could do is I think I'm gonna have to do some research, but Cool Truck Builds still has that one structure block in this world. I have to figure out what letter it was for the double roads for one of the other bridges, so I'll have to see. So I had to do a modification for this little turn over here. This part's gonna have to be, I'm gonna have to be careful of this road right here. Otherwise, I'd say this looks pretty decent. Huh. This one might be a little hard, but I can't really tell. Oh, well, I might have actually screwed up a little bit. I'll have to see. I'll definitely have to see. Hmm. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, everyone. I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back from the bathroom break. I need to really figure out what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do it or not. Because technically this would also need a bridge if I'm gonna keep some of this water. What's over here? This building, this building, this building. You know what, we're gonna work on the road for now. And then we're gonna take it from there in terms of how we're gonna do it. And then hopefully I won't have to move anything because I have a gut feeling I might have made a mistake when it came to a certain building that I put recently. That is the Diamond Building and its placement. So that's the wrong secret door. First, I'm gonna go get my car because I really like to drive in this world. I know I could just fly over there, but I really want to just, drive around and have fun. Also, if the stream is complaining about bitrate, the PS5 is doing fine. Although I will admit, I kind of forgot to plug back the... Oh, hi, Cubber. Welcome to the stream. I forgot to replug my LAN cable to my PS5, so although I don't think the stream will lag, I will say I will have to try to be careful in terms of streaming a little bit when it comes to wireless, because I don't think my Wi-Fi sometimes likes to cooperate. But I could be wrong, because I do pay for 1 gig internet, so I think it should be fine. I don't see any lag in the stream, so I'm gonna assume it's fine. Oh yeah, the camera. I keep forgetting the plane messes up the camera on these things. Is that no? This is add-ons on Bedrock, sir. These are add-ons. Like I had to waste money on just so I could have fun driving this in Bedrock. All right. So what we'll do right now, I'm gonna have to park this on the side of the road. Cupper, since you came to the stream just now, I'll show you this cool area real quick before we start off what we're gonna do right now. We got this nice area right here. This is based on real life Millennium Park, only a little bit different. This does not exist in real life, but I add this anyway over here. We got this nice area over here. The auditorium. This is the prototype bean. Still gonna work on that. Christmas tree, which funny enough, we're not that far from. Like even though we haven't started Halloween yet, we have not started Thanksgiving yet, and we're not even near December yet. We still have the Christmas tree right here in this world. And funny enough, Walmart already has Christmas stuff in their store already. I don't know why, but we got the nice auditorium right here. That's outside. Very nice. Huh. You know what? Maybe I'll just put the lights on. Should I put the lights on, everybody? I'll put the lights on. There. Everybody's eyeballs is now been fried. I have not shown off this car wash over here, which is funny. I'll go inside of it, even though not a car. And I even put invisible barriers in this. I don't know what the code is to activate the barriers, but yeah, I put invisible barriers on this. So, oh, thank you. The more the merrier when it comes to friends. It's nice to have some friends to chat with, or an audience, I should say. But it's nice to have people on here. But yeah, I made the car wash. It was originally gonna be over there, I think, or over there. Actually, I think it was supposed to be over there originally, but I put it over here. Car wash, yay! Car wash. Now back to this. We need to make... Oh. Move faster, me. Move faster. There we go. Now, I did do a small mistake. I originally said originally said fuck it, but now I regret it, so now I gotta fix it. We need to turn this into another pair of lanes on the other side. And this one is going to be one huge yellow lane, which I'm sure some of you guys in America or in other parts of the world, or maybe even the Canadians if we're lucky, already know what I'm talking about. The middle lane, this will be evolved into a left lane turn. The funny part about this... Oh, hey Nick, welcome to the stream. The funny part about this road right here, it's going to be a very big road, which is the same as it is in real life. So it's going to be the funny part of making this road is I'm going to have to fuck up some of this. But I'm not going to touch some of this, so we're going to start that right now. Alright. I think I have to start over here then. Which angle is this going to get me? Oh, that's actually easier to make for me to deal with. Let me see. I'm going to do it from here. Oh, gotta rotate that. And we're going to have a bigger road. This is going to be like by 5, so the inside's going to be 5. Alright. So this is going to be the major lane in the middle. 5 in, then this one be 1, 2, and then I think we're gonna have a turning lane right here, but then, oh, I have to be careful of this. This is gonna be where the merging lane's gonna happen then. That's gonna be the funny part of it all. Everybody's favorite thing to do when driving? Merging. Don't ask how I know that. Oh yeah, I have to make sure I don't accidentally press the button that says, do it, because then that mountain's gonna go bye-bye. So maybe what I'm gonna do with this building right here, like, this is going to be, and then probably a secret base, probably. It's gonna have James Bond's basically evil lair, who knows. Oh. Shit! Okay, well, I'm gonna have to fix that now. This is why you gotta not be distracted, everyone. Thankfully, it looks like nothing got screwed over here. This is gonna be fun for me to do. Let me fix this real quick before I go insane. Thankfully the water tower didn't fuck up, because then, well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to replace that again. I'll say that it took a very long time to figure out what was up here in real life, and I'm not impressed by it now. Just disappointed. Now I'm gonna have to put some grass on that shit, damn it. Trying not to fuck up any of my projects here. There we go. I'm gonna have to replant the trees, but let's see. This is oak, oak, oak. Who knows? Maybe it'll spawn better. Should I? Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Just in case. More work for me. Let me see if I could do a command. Let's see here. Coordinates. I'm gonna try it and hopefully it doesn't think I'm out of world. 63 negative 538. And then if I go over this corner, 43, 63, negative 333. Let's see if it actually works this time. Because this game will bitch and think that I'm outside the world, and I hate it. 63, negative 538, then 43, 63, and then grass block. There we go. Less work for me to do. And then let's put this, and then sap. Perfect. How to fix a fuck up 101 with IronSmasher. That's me, of course. There we go. You can barely tell it's different, I will say that, but yeah, I really need to stop fucking up around this world. Alright, back to business. Oh, we were rudely interrupted by our structure block. I have no idea what Ten's doing, honestly. He really has not been on this world that much, honestly. Like, I really don't know what's with him. Or if he's busy or just doesn't want to do it, I don't know. Worst case scenario, I mean, if he doesn't want to do it, I guess I'll have to take it out, but... Oh, no, I forgot to do... No, don't do that one. Nope. Wrong command. This is what he has so far. And I'm pretty sure I showed this off already. Essentially, it's just this portion right here. Of course, it'll probably cause the road to be a bit smaller from looks of it, so it'll be a little bit different, but... I love the visual glitches. Too many in this game. Let's see here. There we go. Shit. A little reminder for those who are still watching the stream. Uploads will be a little bit rough next month on October. I'm still going to try to record more here and there and try to edit as much as I can. I will say this month will definitely be when we finally get to face Bowser. Won't say when though, but you guys have notifications enabled on YouTube, you guys will obviously know when, and you guys will see when the video gets posted. But otherwise, uploads will be somewhat slow a little bit in October, but I'll see if I can do to change that. Can't guarantee there'll be a vlog this year though, but I'll see what I can do. The vlog recently from last year did pretty well. Okay, I gotta be careful with this one because I just put the blocks on that one down. Yeah, I literally just put the damn blocks on that. Maybe right here. More, okay, fine. Just a little more. This should be enough. I say that as I fuck up everything. Actually, that's really good, yeah. There we go. Alright, so we made the lane mostly bigger. Alright. We will probably have to redo this. I hate to say it because, yeah. I'm not gonna be happy, but it's fine. It'll be worth it. Oh, I kind of hate the fact, like, I really should have done this earlier, because now I'm gonna have to figure out how to move this back a little bit. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Especially since this mostly is just the same size. So, I have an idea of what I can do. Damn it. I got some ideas, but I'm not gonna like them, but I know it will work. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to move the diamond building again, but to the point where it'll position to where the road on this side will match this side, and it will work in my favor. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm gonna try it. On top of that, I will do my best to at least make this road the same as it was in terms of similarity of layout with Millennium Park, just to give it more detail if I can. I kind of forgot what the name of this road is because I mean it might be Michigan Avenue, but I could be wrong. Still working on my layout. Pretty sure this is Ralph Avenue. Okay, let me do some work here. So this is looking in the back. Out of curiosity, do I have redstone underground? No. No, I do not. Okay, this is good actually, okay. My only problem will be the upper part of it. So, we're gonna name this D1. I don't think I have anything with... Yeah, I don't, okay. D1... 64... Okay, not 63 or 60. Okay, let's try this way. 58... Huh. 4... 2... Huh. I'll let it stay with the sidewalk out of curiosity. I'll let it do that. We're gonna put this the Y the highest we can, and then for the other side, we need to put it, I think, into a 30, a 40 or 30. Oh, shit. No, that's exact. Good job, me. We're gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna go up. Go up. Alright. Alright, we're gonna name this, oh, no, we're gonna name this D2. 65. It's gonna be a little bit rough, but it'll work as much as we can. Wait a minute. Huh. A little bigger on one side, but it's fine. Actually, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna save it again with the command block, because this is the part where it's gonna get a little rough. And actually, this is the part where it's gonna get completely rough. We're gonna have to use this to match the layout of the sidewalk. How many more does it go back towards? If I count every block, it's gonna break my brain. Okay, fuck it. Okay, D3. Six. 5. I'm gonna double check on the perimeter just in case. Making sure every detail was taken. It looks like we have a go. Make sure all this is save. Alright. Alright, we should be fine. Now comes the hard part. I'm gonna have to destroy this. I'm gonna try to minimize the damage. How big is Thanos? Okay, a bit of the road. Okay. Whatever works. Every little bit counts. I mean, it's fine. I do appreciate it though. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna temporarily take out the diamond building. I got part's gonna have to go up here. So what we're doing is that we're destroying temporarily the diamond building, but we're going to be replacing it over by like a few blocks to the back, which shouldn't be bad. Alright. Oh, gotta destroy that command block. Alright, now we gotta do the correct positioning of the block over here. Actually, we could do it from over there better to make it easier. And also because I have to redo the road again. Oh, wrong. Nope. There we go. I really need to stop doing that. There we go. Don't ask why the sheep is buried. I'm still trying to figure that out myself, although it might be the fact that it has entities turned on, so I try not to leave it on. But without further ado, guys, we got the bigger road. Now we have a bigger obstacle. We gotta correctly align the diamond building's layout by like a few blocks to the back. So let me try right here. D1. Okay. We'll use this block as a reference to help us guide our way to where we need to go. It looks like we're doing a shitty job. Yay me. Okay, more blocks. That means we're gonna have to, well, see from here. D1. 2 back. 2 back. Nope. Bingo. Wish me luck. Perfect. We got the first portion of the diamond building back. Alright. So now we have a bigger road, and we have a bigger area to work with a little bit. This area, I'm not gonna go nuts on this road that much over here. This is to be expected. Bad person have to redo the roadway over here in the back, which is going to be well, I'm sure you guys can figure that part out, right? Alright, we got part 2 coming right up. Alright, and perfect. Everything looks correct so far. Part 3 is the most important part. We're going to go up here and load it in. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we've successfully got the diamond building moved back by a couple blocks, and it looks like everything works fine. I'm going to go inside and double check just in case, but otherwise it looks completely fine. Got the nice diamond building. Oh. Perfect. And let's see here. Chase Bank still needs some work, but otherwise it's here. Don't know why there's carts right there. At some point I'll make custom maps, images for the ATMs at some point. I'm not going to use one of those mods unless I really have to, but Get the fence, surroundings, everything looks good here. Doors. I haven't done anything with the elevators in here yet, so this part will be the only thing that kind of messes up. The ground is fine. That's good. Carpets. Crane, communication building, aka diamond building. The same placement, by the way, near Millennium Park. I recently moved in not too long ago, so we have the Starbucks. The lights seem to be on. I think it is. Yeah, they were on, so Starbucks is working fine. Staircase. The vehicles right here seem to be here, which is good. Still gotta work on lighting in here. At some point we'll definitely do a proper tour for the diamond building once it's finished, because we have too many floors to go and deal stuff with. I think, you know what? I think for the next floor, we'll finally do a boxing ring. Because right now there's only one boxing ring in the world. Right now we're on an hour and 35 in the stream. Might have to rename this to Project Tour. Alright, but anyways, we got the road bigger, so now we have to figure out how we're going to do the layout over there a little bit. It won't be that hard, thankfully, so for now I'm going to extend this a bit more. We will be adding more stuff back here. Oh, I have to fix that. Back here it's going to be more buildings and skyscrapers, so we got to figure that out somehow later on. Otherwise it's coming up pretty nicely. Worst case scenario, I'll just... Oh crap, don't do that. Worst case scenario, I'll just do the commands that I like very much. It's not too bad. Gotta fix this. This is gonna be a weird area to make a building with, but I got one idea. But I think what I'll also do is on this side, I'll start putting some plants to give it that industrial feel. Let's see here. Do the road first back here. We're gonna have to cut some part of this line so that we could make it to a proper turning lane. Thankfully, I have an idea of how we're gonna do that in terms of how big we need to make it. Actually, just start from over here. Where am I going? Where the fuck am I going? Sometimes I always am doing the hard work. No wonder my back constantly hurts. Alright, this should be correct. Just chasing the sunlight, or the sunset. That's funny. This is gonna make me tired. Oh, looks like we're doing it correctly. Based on our early layout deciphering. And this will be a turning lane right here. That means that there will also be parking right here. So I will reserve this for parking. I don't have to do any crazy modifications over here, thankfully, from the looks of it. For now, I'll leave this a little like this. I am liking how it's turning out, which is good. It'll look better once we finish this, I will say that. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna try to multitask and bring up Millennium Park on my computer. And I'll use Google instead of Bing or any other third-party website I've used so far. Sometimes it's hard to get specific placements of places that can either be a good or it's limited, because sometimes not all the details of places are covered, and sometimes it's for safety, which is understandable. Alright, let me now bring it up here. Google Maps. Where the fuck is it? There we go. Zoom out. There we go. Zoom in. At some point, I might visit Indiana to look at its infrastructure more over there, because I kind of have been to Indiana before, drove by it. Very interesting area, but we will be, eventually I'll be doing a proper look around of Indiana's layout and infrastructure, and we might be getting some stuff from Indiana soon in this world. Let's see here, I'm trying to put money in park as fast as I can, so bear with me. I'm trying to be fast. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff, not just without your glasses, but also, well, some stuff are just, in general, fucking tiny. There we go. Zoom in. There we go. Michigan Avenue. Oh, so I was right. This is Michigan Avenue. Yeah, this lot is Michigan Avenue. I'm gonna have to do some modifications to the... Well... I might have to do some modifications again. But half of it might be because of the garage. Oh, well, it's gonna be hard to do an actual... Damn it. This is gonna be a little harder than I thought. I'm gonna re-put the structure block just in case if I need to move this again, because I think we're gonna have to move it again, everyone. I hate to be that guy, but we might have to move the diamond building again if we want an actual near accurate variant of Michigan Avenue. Oh boy, this is gonna be a bigger road. I don't know how I'm gonna make this an even smaller road, because technically over there in that turn is not a big road. Shit. We'll start from the back to the front. So this is gonna be stupid. Let me go all the way to the side. Michigan Avenue has more than 6 lanes, technically. It has, like, sometimes parts of it has 7 or 8. It's a half 6, half 8 lane variant layout. A pace bus, that's funny. Alright, I got an idea of what to do. I think it's best if I start a little over here. Alright, we'll start with three lanes in this variation, so can I stop confusing myself, please? Thank you very much. I might include this... Actually, no, I won't. Okay. Let's just get to work. It's gonna be very confusing, even for me. Like, thankfully, I don't have to worry about turns too much, but it will be bad. One, two, three. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut some of this out. I'm already pissed off, everyone, but it's okay, because we're learning. I think. It's a good thing I parked my car somewhere. So, how's everybody evening going on? Or day? How's everybody doing? Huh, it's almost 8 a.m. Eastern. Interesting. Let's cut this part for now, because I'm having a little rough layout right now, so figure that out at some point. Alright, gotta do the third one. Alright, we have third lanes. This is gonna be funny, because now I have to figure out how I'm gonna connect two shits together now. And the road's crooked. Oh boy. The road is crooked. Oh. Why does Millennium Park have to be crooked? No offense to all the crooked people out there, but why? Why? Is it mandatory? I'm gonna have to break this shit. A lot of people are gonna hate me in the comment section now. I could be wrong, but I think I just passed by a spawner under the road. Jesus. Move faster! Stop stopping! Stop! Go faster! Jesus. This fucking guy, I swear. This fucking guy. Sorry if I'm very quiet. I'm trying to be more entertainful. The layout's going to be a little bit different because I have to modify this a bit more now. But don't worry, I have an idea on how to fix that. With the power of mine and craft, I think. We're going to start on one side of the road, and then we're going to have to modify a different part of it later on. So it's going to be fun. Out of curiosity. Yeah, that's a street. That's a one-way street. That's also a one-way street. Okay, I could mix. I could actually flex with this, with the layout. So there's gonna be another road over there. It's gonna be a little rough because I might have to consider taking this shit out, but I don't know. All right. We'll do by 3 and 4. We'll do this simple with markers. 1. 8. Okay, fine. 14. Title this 1. Okay, then we'll just keep going with 1. Alright. Then we'll add some of this to make it go faster a little bit. Three. There we go. This should be good enough. Then I'll put this out. As 44. That could actually work. This is 44. Yeah, I definitely might have to consider moving the well, yeah, the diamond building again. There we go. One coming out nicely. I think I'll change once we get closer to Rudolph or Randolph Street. While that happens, I'm gonna go check on my phone, see if there's anything any news or whatever. It is almost 8 a.m. Eastern. Correction, it is right now 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Alright. Alright, we're almost there. Just in case I'm gonna do it, this last one right here. Perfect. Perfect timing. Oh wow, that's actually perfectly calculated. Huh. Alright. Now I just have to do this again a few times. The only thing is that we could do the other ones real fine. Like, the other ones will be fine, but the only concern will be is when we reach probably the other side, maybe, but we'll have to see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the middle a 2-space lane. The weird part is that there's no yellow line that's dividing it right here. Unless it's supposed to just to be the cement. Hmm. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, don't do that. Ugh, gotta be careful with this. I'm gonna do it both at the same time, so I think eventually at some point you can get both sides to work. gonna go back here and do this. Load up one, but then I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna put it into a 8, and then save it. Then next time I go over here, it will still continue on. There we go. Do some progress on the street. And like I said earlier, we're gonna have to make the middle part 2 lanes. Oh, no, I didn't know there was a 2. I'm actually very curious what the 2 is. It's big. Yeah, they have to fix that stupid glitch where it just sticks there forever. I hate that. Just in case. Perfect. As for this section, we're going to have to make it bigger, I think. We're going to make it bigger. Bigger. I'm gonna fix this right now before I go nuts. Oh. Bad. You're bad, boy. You be meat. Just for your behavior. You're gonna be buried. Oh, never mind. You're gonna... Okay, you're in a better place now, I guess. I was gonna drown him, but... that'll work. There we go. Finish this section, then we'll continue on. The middle part, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do that to make it look proper. I'm not going to do the yellow lines like that at all yet, because realistically I kind of see why there isn't. Not sure I'm gonna do the attachment with the underground uh facility yet. That's gonna be a tunnel, basically. Alright. Here's what we'll do. Because we're going to need an extra pair of lanes, I'm going to start over here. And it's going to be a little ugly for the road right here, so... Gonna have to see what we do from there. Worst case scenario, I'll cover this up with the sidewalk stuff. It won't be that bad. But we'll do, and then as for moving the... If we move the diamond building, we'll save that for later, because I've got a feeling my layouts will be incorrect if I move it now again. And I obviously don't want that. I hate that I moved the entities already. It's kind of weird. Like, realistically, I don't know why it always includes entities. I want that off all the time. Double check to make sure I didn't fuck up anything over here. Which, thankfully, I did not. Even with that small hiccup earlier, it still looks nice. Gonna check the chat. Okay, chat seems to be doing fine. You know what? I'll just work along the line here. Like, this probably will just be a line. I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll just work along the line somehow. The lane. Just as it should be. It kind of gives me an idea a little bit. I could kind of use as reference the crown, the water crowns, and make it stop here. Yes, I could kind of make that work. Kind of gives me an idea, actually, for a design for a building, I could try later. What I'll do is for this section right here, I'll do a temporary model that will help me figure out what I need to do. Oh, but I need to do that first, okay. Actually, that could kind of work. Let me just do one real quick. This is the line. That's one. Alright, that's two. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it right here. In terms of its layout, as sort of a base. I'm gonna reverse it. Oh, but I'm only able to do that. This is gonna be a little tough. Shit. We'll do one side and then we'll move it forward. This kind of merges into an actual multi-lane, but that's because the thing rotates to its side. How do you do it? You're just a merger lane, aren't you? You kind of are. Do you get to turn here? That's the question. No, you do not. You don't. They're not a turning lane. You're a turning lane, but you don't get used. Okay, that's why. So it just becomes a two merger lane. What about you? You're a similar story. Alright. I kind of know what to do now a little bit. Though I feel like this is supposed to be a 3 lane now, I feel like. This might just end up being a 3 in the middle. Might just end up being 3. Alright. Got an idea. First, I'm gonna do the crosswalk. From what angle, you may ask? Well, from the obvious angle I can give. Over here. The most beige-looking crosswalk I can give. I'll do it like this for now, and then we'll see if I have to make it bigger or not. I really hope I don't have to make it bigger, but I might have to. Looking at this, 1, 2, 3. White line skirts to the middle, to this section. I need to move back a little bit more to the middle. That rotates back in. Expand a little bit. Where the fuck? Oh, I'm right there. Okay. Back. It nudges in from its side, so it's a double nudge on the road. 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets bigger as the road goes on. This is not good. I really am trying not to make this road curve at all that much. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the middle road into a 3. Well, actually, can we even do that? Turning lanes. This is 3. 1, 2, 3. The 2. We'll do our own modified version of the street then. But we're gonna have to make this into like a 3-ish like way. So let me get to work on at least a layout. Get closer. Five. This will cover one part of the lane, or lane size, I should say. At some point, this lane will be covered, will be ordered to go to its side. For now, I'll stop it right here, because then we need to figure out when it turns. Over here is where it gets a little fun, because then we have to figure out when, because you two turned a little early on the other side. Oh, it turns off second or third dot. So I think what I'll do around here, on this huge dot right here, is when I'll start to do the immediate turn. I'll do 2s right here. It's gonna be a little hard because if I look over here, no, go back over here. Oh wait, that's when I work with it, I think. But that's a big line over there. Yeah, that's pretty big. So does that mean I have to make the wedge bigger? I think I'll make it one more bigger on its side, because I really don't like this. I'm gonna have to find a better way of doing it from the top, if I can. Okay, so I kind of see it. So it's like a small curb. Fuck. I lost my layout. Go all the way back. Go all the way back. Oh, I have to make sure. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Why I have to make some part of it bigger. Oh no. I have to put the garage into consideration. I'll have to make it bigger to the point where I can at least get one of the garages from its side. Okay, so this is supposed to be like 2 lanes. So what I'll do is I'll count this as the line. Put that there. Then this will be the line. Put this in the middle. Then this part will be counted as a line. This kind of helps me out a little bit of how I'm gonna like it lay out. But it's also not good because I have to make sure the other side is like at least has similar variation, if that makes sense. That's not gonna be good. Let me go over there. That way I got an idea of when I need to turn. So this road is gonna be for that road over there. Alright. Basically, when we reach over here, is where I'm going to start digging. That's gonna suck. A lot. And I have to figure out how I'm gonna connect it all the way over there. Which is gonna suck. Must be a very big underground garage if there's multiple entrances. And this is gonna be a big ass road, because then I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn it all the way over there. Alright, let's use our noggin, everybody. Let's use our noggins. This section has to turn over here, which means if I put... Oh, that's not good. Okay, go over here. Can I move a tiny bit over here? Thank you very much. Bingo. I think. Now, what is this street over here? Bank of America. Okay. Okay, so like... we need to use this as reference now. Oh boy. Use this as reference. So essentially right here is going to be where our stop sign, or our line's going to be at. Right here. Alright, that's where the stop line is going to be at. Right there. I'm going to have to clear some of that in a bit. which goes into a one-way street. We don't have to worry about the one-way street that goes over there, thankfully, but I don't know. Got to figure that part out. It's gonna go into his project, but he's not gonna be on there. Alright, I think I know when I need to stop and start doing the thing with the turn. I got an idea how to do it. I need to bring this with me. I think I have to bring this a little bit over here. Actually, no, eventually I have to bring it over here. You know what, I'll follow this better. This is point 579. I'll follow 579 all the way to the end, where I'll figure out how to angle it from there. This is 579 right here. 579, which is on a very odd angle over here. So if I go a little bit on over here, it's straight until the first sidewalk over here near the crown fountain. That's when I have to sort of start transitioning a little bit. I'll start with 2s. Over here. No, I have to make sure I don't forget where I'm supposed to. For now, I'll bring this back over here. I'm gonna have to cut part of the concrete out, because I have to also do something else with this. Because this section needs to breathe, and it needs to be another turn. I think I'm missing something, though. Oh, these are 2 lane. Oh, okay. No, I'm not missing anything yet entirely. Not entirely. So what happens is that this becomes 2 lanes, but it also becomes 3. That's why I had to slightly move over here. Oh boy, this is gonna be very rough. Kind of screwed it up a little bit, but I think I could salvage it. Let me see here. Right here. 2. Right here. It's not gonna be perfect because then I'm gonna have to do some. Well, move this forward. Not you, bus. Move away, CT bus. Thank you. Well, it doesn't have to. Well, it kind of does have to. the garages are the problem. And then is this still 3 over here? Because if not, I'm gonna have to make this bigger. These are turning lanes, so this is 1. Shit, I'm gonna have to make it bigger. Unless, no, this is the, oh no, these are normal. Okay, so this does have three regular lanes and 2 turning lanes. This is correct because there's no 10-row lane here. This counts as the line right here that ends it, the concrete. So that's correct. Okay, that's good and bad. It's gonna be a little rough because now I'm going to do some modifications a little bit. I'm gonna barely fit both of these things on here, and it's gonna be a little rough. I think I have an idea of how I'm gonna temporarily connect it, or maybe possibly connect it more. Kind of think of it, I need to figure out which. See if that one's there, that one's there. That's the side one. The bean's right there. That goes over there. This is fun. This is so weird because it feels like my road is slightly longer than what's in the picture here. And it's gonna be twice as hard to get this to work over here, especially since I would have to go deeper, way deeper over here somehow. And I'm going to modify the layouts of the placement of the tunnel. It's going to be a very ugly tunnel, that's for sure. Okay. This will not be good. So, the good part is with this part, it's like the 3 lanes are safe, technically. It's just we gotta worry about how we're going to pretty much conserve most of this. Let me put the things first, I guess. Let's see here, it's 1, right? Yes, it is, so... I take it back. I don't think these will be... There's no way these will be parking for these parts of the street. There's just no way. It would have to be way bigger on both sides. So that's completely out of the question. We just have to do that part of the road. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Why are you doing it to me? Why? King Trillion requires an explanation. Oh no. Mr. Alex. Help. Okay, we're gonna do this part again. Hopefully I don't accidentally destroy... Okay, good, I don't get destroyed to detail, good. That I worked so hard for. Like, I'm not entirely mad about this that much. Like, I'm disappointed I didn't think of this sooner. Of course, how would I? But I might have to consider when I do something like a project like this again, that's like similar to the Millennium Park project, I'm gonna have to think outside the box and inside the box simultaneously. Especially with the layout of how everything is. Like, this is... It's gonna be crazy. Bye! Wee! Wee! Perfect. Minimal damage over here. Minimal. The bad part is I'm gonna do this again over here. It's gonna suck to exporting goods. So it's like this, I think, right? Yes, it is. Oh, my bad. That's the wrong one. My dumbass. Don't no, sir, sir. That's the wrong direction. Thank you. Huh, there's a visual glitch. I'm gonna have to there we go. Just destroy this. There we go. Already starting to get hungry again, and I ate some nice yummy steak from earlier. But ladies and gentlemen, it is precisely 2 hours and 40 minutes. And if you're still on the stream, thank you so much. And again, if you guys enjoyed this content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're doing good so far in terms of our builds here. Big shout out to Unique Speed Unfiltered for sharing the stream and giving us likes. We have 2 likes so far, which is pretty good. It's amazing, phenomenal, swagtastic, if I say so myself. Let me check my phone real quick. And a big good morning to anyone watching this. It is morning right now on the US side of the world. Got 4 likes on the stream so far. And 505 subscribers. Let's go. We are slowly growing. Yeah, it's coming up very nicely. starting to turn into an actual road, which is funny, but I don't see any yellow. Might have to fix that at some point, but looking decent, I would say. Hmm. Oh, I should just put it back here. Road. This will be a small one-way road, but I'm still debating about still keep it here because I don't want to. It will penalty. I don't know if he's gonna come back or not. Coach Bell's gonna do this more of this or not. I'm still trying to figure that out, but we'll see. One, two, three. I think it's gonna have to be a full. Shit, I don't know why I keep doing that. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Those lanes. Take these two off now, so I guess we don't need them. Still gotta figure out how we're gonna do this over here. I might either put this to the side more and then put the yellow line over here, but I'm still trying to figure that out because we gotta do the other areas with the lines. To Michigan Avenue I go again. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Just fix the bingo. Okay, so over here will just be. I'm facing the wrong direction again. Over here will be like a one way, I think. Just double check to make sure this lane's still here. Here. Yeah, okay, bingo. So, while I adjust this real quick and fix it. There we go. Put that there. 1, 2, 3. So this will be like a line right here. Big line for this. That little turn. Then I'll see if it extends. It kind of extends, actually. It turns into squiggles, tiny dots, and then it goes there. Turns out here. They're a little smaller. Fuck it. It's the thought that counts, I guess. So like once we get over here, that's when it stops. Okay. I'll do my own line just because. I know it's gonna make it inconsistent with the others, but it's fine. Hmm. This is gonna be a little confusing because fuck, I'm looking at the game and the fucking map at the same time. Jeez. Okay. I think right here is when it'll start to transition over. So I think what we'll do is we'll make this into a 4. Just because. I don't really care that offends anyone. Ah, crappy sheep. Come on. Move your ass, sheep. Oh, yeah, you can't. Alright, I'm looking at this from the other side. So if I go over here. Hold on. Okay, if I move from the side. I'll have this, and I'll have a side one that I need to figure out how I'm going to do. No yellow line. Alright, then I wonder if I could do this. Because this is going to be where it gets a little annoying. Cross one's going to have to go like this. Let me put this just in case to guide me. Christ, don't do that. Alright. So I'm gonna try like a little barrier thing that I need to make. So we do have room to try to make like a little cave for the entrance for over here. Now we don't have a space unless we modify some part of here to make it so that it will work with the turn that we want, that extra turn. For this line I would go here in real life, but we can't do that, unfortunately. This will be based on the entrance over here. Unfortunately, we'll have to make it for this to be over here as well, which is going to be the downside. Unfortunate, but fortunately we can't copy everything on this detail. I mean, we can, but it's going to require more work a little bit, I hate to say. We'll take a risk. We're going to take this part out. And call it from there. And if we want to change it, we will obviously will change it. For now, I think it looks mostly decent. I'm gonna see if we could really still at least try to get this to work. This is a 5. All these are 5s. Not really sure how I'd fuck this up if it was me like this. Actually, wait. time travel. This is 2013. 2021. God, piece of shit, I swear to God. Okay, this is I suspected. This is 2022, 2021, August 2021. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a turning lane. So 1, 2, 3. This is 4. 4 continues. I mean, it does go there too. Oh, that explains a lot. Okay, so this is the other street. So that's the other part I have to worry about. Damn it. Okay, so this temporarily gets cut into a 3x2 because of this. Right here. 3. Then a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 3. The 4 gets converted over here, which gets into a 3 or 4, 5, 6, possibly. This is a 5. Turn lane goes over there. Okay. Alright. So we get over here. The fun part is I don't have to copy this part because technically this doesn't turn here. I don't have to copy that. I'll make this into a U-turn lane. Even if people don't like it, it'll be fine. This will be a U-turn lane. Having this merge is going to be the one problem I have to deal with. But then this is just going to have to be a turning lane. This part's going to be fine. These two... No, these... 1, 2... Yeah, that's about it. Make these into a lane right here. Let me go to the other side to make sure I Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. All right, go all the way over there. Now let's continue this. Fuck, I'll just continue this different pattern right here. Gonna take this part out real quick. There we go. Gotta make this bigger, or longer, I should say. It's important. Ugh. Oh, it does have a yellow line. Yeah, well. Sound like it's gonna notice it. Ooh, funny detail though, with these fence and these flower beds. Huh. Alright. Doing the concrete's gonna be the pain in the ass part of this project a little bit. But I got an idea of how to do it for over here. How big are these shits? Okay. Ah, figured. Alright. Someone will get a little mad. Do I care? Not really. I mean, do my best. First, I'll add this part out, and then I'll figure out if I should place it or not. Let me go over here facing this side. Uh-huh. This feels like I'm doing it wrong somehow. This is 5. This is 5. Over there is 6. And screw it, I'm gonna do it anyway with this. I don't know, over here. Gonna put this thing here. Go over here. Oh, trolley. Probably just modify it to be like this. I'll put it tall, but I'll also put it not too tall. Then I'll put a modified. There we go. Soil. I'm gonna put this. There we go. Go do my magic, everybody. Be perfect, like me. Down to the brim. Let's see what gets closer. Gotta go to the other side, don't I? Perfect. Alright, that will be 5. This one will be 6, I suppose. 3, 6. Now I'm gonna put this on the bottom. I was gonna put it on the bottom, but nah. The black makes it more deep, if you will. Actually, I won't put grass. Put specialized soil. What am I doing myself? Okay. Oh yeah, it's called dirt. Ugh. Bitch. Okay, there we go. Dirt. Coarse. There we go. Get that nice coarse meal for your dirt, my compadres. Then we'll mix it up over here. There we go. And then I think we'll be fine from there. Huh, interesting. So, this is straight right here, which means the turns are more crooked for the lands. I want to say I wish I knew this, I saw this coming, but I don't think I would. I'm very curious, because I know Minecraft has an actual Earth version of this. Maybe I'll look into it to see if they got some ideas on how I should do this variation of this place. Minecraft Earth. Definitely do some research on that. Yeah, it's gonna be as good as it is, really, unless I make it longer. But actually, wait. How in the middle? Actually, I could extend this more to over here. Could extend it all the way over here. How, though? That's the next question. Hmm. There's no rule saying I can't make it somewhat longer. Hmm. Hmm. For the sake of me making this look a little better, I'm gonna move this line to the left. Just to see if I could do anything else with this. Alright. There we go. Then I will put this over here. Come on. There you go, game. Come on. There you go, game. There you go. Then I'll kind of double line this. Better. Yeah, it's still 5. Alright. Yay me! Yay me! Fortunately, I can't say anything about this piece of shit, but it's okay. Actually, it's gonna give me a better idea a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'll do it. Hmm. Should I do it? And it'll have to do. It already looks weird. I think I offended half of the people for not doing it properly, but it's fine. As for this, I'm going to extend it all the way over here for now. With this line. Yeah, that should technically do. For this end at least. Again, I don't have to do this section, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Leave those things there for now. This part's gonna be a little rough, but and then I'm gonna have to do it again later on for another street up ahead. But connecting this all the way over there will be the pain in the ass part. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it here. We have been streaming for at least 3 hours. I want to thank big shout out to Unique, Speed, Unfiltered, and Eliza Lurik for, as well as Cuber for being the three people who joined the stream. And until then, is your boy IronSmasher 1024. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. As a reminder, uploads will be a little bit rough in October, but regardless, I'll do my best to record and hopefully not take too long on editing. And until then, it's your boy IronSmasher 1024, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace of cake.